Here with track and field head coach Mike Heimerman, the Demons and Lady Demons heading to the Tyson Invitational, one of the biggest indoor meets of the year. And coach, this is always one where, as much as we talked about Houston 2 weeks ago, this is one I think you really do get a chance to see where you stand with some national type programs.
Yeah, there's teams from all over the U.S. coming into this meet. LSU, Louisville, of course Arkansas, Oklahoma, North Carolina, A&T. They're a strong sprint powerhouse. So yes, this is a great measuring stick from top to bottom for us.
And now with another week off in between Houston and this one, another chance to get healthy. And again, some of these people that are maybe some of the newcomers starting to fit in a little bit better and maybe get used to the Division I competition.
Yes, you're correct. You want to have a little scheduled off time in between meets. One, you can train; two, to get healthy; and then three, to work in some weather days. Mother Nature's been not very kind to us here at Northwest State, or really the lower half with all the rain. But we've been dealing with it. Kids have been working really hard in the rain, in the inclement weather. But yeah, we'll go there, and it's just a beautiful facility. And a lot of the kids are starting to find their way. A lot of the youngsters, they're learning how to travel. Learning how to compete on the Division I level or the collegiate level. So it takes a little while to click, and I think we're starting to hit our stride right now. A couple weeks out from conference.
Similar to your last meet at Houston, it's another 2-day meet. So again, something for them to learn is how to compete Friday and maybe turn around, and whether it's in the same event or a different event, be ready the next day.
Correct. 2-day meets, they're great, and then they're not so great because, budgetary wise, it's always a big strain. But, we go there so they can learn how to compete at a multi-day meet and to learn how to run rounds, because we'll have prelims, semifinals, and finals if they're fortunate enough to make it in the running events. And that's the same thing. We have a conference, so you got to learn how to run rounds. For us, it's basically, we have some very talented kids, but basically you still have to go out there and run full throttle. Same thing with the jumps and the throws. There's going to be elite competition. There's some invitational jumps, and we've got some kids in those, and we have some kids that are just in the open. But they're all going to go and compete very, very hard, and we'll just see what we do at the end of the day. Those
jumpers you mentioned, people like Jasmine Steele, Latira Jefferson, Anne-Marie Broussard, who set the school indoor pole vault record last time out. That invitational behind that in the competition, that's got to not only amp them up, but it shows them, again, where you stand on a national level.
Correct. I think there's only 9 in those invitational, high jump, pole vault, or long jump. So it's, you have to be some of the best entries there, and there's still probably over 30 or 40 entries in those events. So when you're top 9, that always, that kind of gives you a little bit more juice, I should say. But, those girls are all been doing very, very well. Anne-Marie's kind of the youngest one of those 3, but she's starting to really catch her stride right now, and she's starting to believe in herself. And that girl can jump very, very high. And Latira, being a senior, Jasmine being a senior, they've been there and done that. But they don't take nothing for granted, and that's the whole thing. That no one on this team takes anything really for granted, and they just go out there and they compete to the best of their ability and get after it.
I realize high jump, triple jump, long jump, pole vault, different. Not really different skill sets for each one, but certainly for the pole vault there is. Can someone like Anne-Marie pick Jasmine's brain or pick Latira's brain and say, at this level, what does it take to compete and what can I do better?
Oh yeah, you can always pick each other's brain on, how to handle that type of pressure. They both Latira and Jasmine have been at the national meet, so they can, everybody can go and talk to them what the pressures are, how to handle it, and just how to kind of go through those situations. And that's another reason why we go to a meet like the Tyson Invitational, because it's a lot of big schools, so that tries to get us ready to handle pressure. So when we go to conference, and the ones fortunate enough to go to nationals or regionals outdoor or nationals outdoor, we can handle that. We know how to kind of prepare ourselves mentally and physically to compete at those meets.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach.
Thank you.